Hello everyone, how are we all doing? As you guys can see, we're going to be doing a new speedrun. So, should be a lot of fun. Let me know when you guys are here and we're going to get started. Alright guys. Okay, we're going to get started very soon. Like I said, this is going to be part of a new speedrun. Alright, anyway. Okay, so for those of you here, this is going to be part of a new speedrun in the Accelerated Dragon. If you're here, don't be shy to say hi. And we're going to get started. Just as a quick note, we're live on Twitch, Kick, and YouTube. So if you're in one of the chats and I don't see you, feel free to come over to one of the other chats. I'll try to keep all of the chats open, so I'm not missing any messages. Oh, I see we have some people in the YouTube chat. Appreciate that. Hello, Babar. Hello, Nihal. Hello, Carrot Sim. All right, good to see all of you guys. Good to see all of you guys. So this is going to be part of a new speedrun. Should be a lot of fun. And the thing is, hello Trident Chess, good to see you in the chat on Twitch. All right, great to see you guys. Okay, so we're gonna get started. So one of the reasons why I'm doing the speedrun is because I have a new chessable course coming out in 10 days or so. 10 days, very soon. Yeah, I think, no, not actually, or so I think in like 10 days, a week and a half. Not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after that. So pretty exciting. And I've been teaching the Accelerated Dragon to a lot of my students, and now I'm more than happy to share my knowledge with all of you guys. All right, so we're gonna get started. If anyone has any questions in the chat, I'll be more than happy to answer those, and I'll be more than happy to teach you guys as we go along. Quick question, is the stream fine? Wait, check, mic check. All right. Anyway, so let's get started. All right, we're playing with black. All right, let's see what he's gonna do. Okay, so we're starting at 600. Hello, Pablo Kelly, good to see you. All right, he goes 1 f4. Now, if he goes f4, I can just play d5 and treat it as reverse Dutch. Can also go c5. Since this is a speedrun on the Accelerated Dragon, I'm going to be playing c5 to keep it more in the spirit of that. But d5 is a very good move, of course. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. He goes g3. All right, so again, I can go d5, but I think I'm just going to go g6, followed by bishop g7. Hello, good to see you guys. Okay, of course we go bishop to g7. And let's go knight to c6. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. He can go e4. Now, if he doesn't go e4 at all, at some point it does make a lot of sense to put another pawn in the middle with d5. So let's do that. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. So as we can see, we have a reverse Dutch or a bird opening. He goes c3. Okay, so let me just continue my development with knight to f6. He goes d4. All right, so putting a bit of pressure here, but that also weakens the d4 square. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and castle. Yes, he can take, but I feel like I should get pretty good compensation by going knight here. But okay, we'll see. I mean, he can hang on to the pawn if he wants to. So let's see what he's going to do. But good to see all of you guys in the chat. Hope everyone's doing well. He goes 92, all right. So guys, which move makes sense now? Which move makes sense? Well, just taking the pawn. That was our whole point, getting the pawn back. Now we should be a bit better with black, because we have a pawn in the middle and they don't. And e4 is pretty weak. So b4, ooh, that really weakens his position. Now, especially along this long diagonal. So I'm looking for some tactics there. Move that comes to mind is takes, but he takes. And if I take, I get a rook, but I lose one knight and then I lose another knight. So I lose two knights. Can also take here. He takes, I lose a knight, but I get a rook and a pawn. So this line looks pretty good. So let's go ahead and take the pawn on c3. You cannot play the Accelerated Dragon against any opening, but you can play it against one e4. All right, he goes rook b1. Okay, so now I think we can just take this pawn over here. And generally, if there's something you can take, you don't see why not. Just go ahead and take. All right, so now we're up 2 pawns. No, but the Accelerated Dragon is an opening against one e4. You can't really play it against one d4, but you can play it against one knight f3 and c4. You can go like c5, followed by knight c6 and g6. There, you absolutely can. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. We're up 2 pawns, knight b3 on the board. All right, I can trade. But I'm going to go knight e4. I really like my knight on this square. But great question in the chat, Pablo. If anyone has any questions, again, don't be shy to ask them. Because we're all here to learn. Okay, wait, so give me 1 second. He played bishop to d2. Okay. Now, I'm looking at ideas like this. He's gonna go here. So here's the thing. I have a good idea, but we have to put it in the right order. Hello, Miss Shriek. Yeah, Sicilians are for 1e4. So I'm looking at this, and then takes, and then knight f2. I think we'll take here first. If he takes, and I also have knight c3. So let's go ahead and trade. We're gonna get this 4 key, okay? Okay, so knight takes, so I can win an exchange in 2 ways. I can give a check here, king h1 and knight f2, and I win the exchange. Or knight c3 first. I'm just gonna go knight c3, because it wins an exchange right away. Alright, so let's see what he's gonna do. He goes queen. Oh, queen c1 is not a good move. Queen c1 is not a good move. Let's see who's paying attention. What can we do here with black? What can we do here with black? Who's paying attention, ladies and gentlemen? What do we play? What do we play? Black to move. Great to see the YouTube chat turning up, eh? Alright guys, what do we do? Fork, but what fork? What forky fork? What is our move? Obviously I see the move, obviously I'm not asking, chat for help. Indeed, very good by Nihal in the chat. Indeed, we have the move knight takes e2 check with a fork. So we could have taken the rook, there's even better. We take and we win a full queen. Very good. So king of 2. Obviously, we're going to take the queen. Oh, he thought he could get away with just being forked once. He thought he could get away with that. Well, let's fork him again. All right, he goes king e2. Well, let's continue collecting. All right, let's bring in more pieces with check. We're up a queen. Obviously, we're winning. Bishop f3. You know what? We're on material. And when we're on material, trades are good for you. We're on material. Trades are good for us. Let's not make it too difficult. Okay, and let's start entering the position. Rook c2 check. Either he's going to allow more trades or he's going to hang more pawns. So whatever he's going to do, it's going to be good for us. King e1. Let's bring in my queen as well. We're going to try to go for a quick checkmate. But a quick question to everyone in the chat. Do you guys want to do like a quick game analysis after the game? Or would you guys be good to just go continue? Alright, it takes on d5. We have checkmate in 2. Checkmate in 2, ladies and gentlemen. What is a checkmate in 2? What do we do here with black? 1 second. Alright, well, we indeed have queen f2 check followed by queen e2, and that's going to be mate. Alright, king e1 and queen e2 checkmate. Alright, good game. Okay, so good job everyone in the chat. Hope that was useful. And here we really saw how that bishop on the long diagonal came to life, and we won a lot of material and eventually the game. Alright, so good stuff. Good stuff, okay. Hello Kingslayer, the nice guy, welcome. Pablo, we're also on YouTube, yeah. Okay, so let's see what is going on. So very convincing victory. Okay, so here we see, generally the Accelerated Dragon is an opening against 1e4. We're going to be playing a c5, and after knight f3, knight c6, and the idea is that we're going to follow with g6 and bishop g7. So let's say white goes d4, we take. You almost always take in the Sicilian, that's the whole point of c5, and if case it takes, we go g6, followed by bishop g7. But against f4, we can also go for the setup. I mean, it really shows how good this setup is. It really shows how good this setup is. Like, for example, after e4, c5, if white does something else, for example, a3, as you will learn in my upcoming course, g6, b3, g6. So it's the setup with knight 6 and g6 is good against almost anything. Hello, Rijk. Hey, Benjamin, big Accelerated Dragon player. Never know what to do. Aha, yes. So, definitely a Rijk. So, if we face the Accelerated, if we face the Meroxy, we will definitely go over that as well. But just to give you a little sneak peek, in case I goes for the Meroxy, like I said, I have a course coming out in 10 days, but what you will learn is that here, after c4, I recommend knight f6, knight c3, and then d6. And the idea is to trade on d4 quickly, followed by bishop g7. Okay, so good stuff everyone. We're going to be moving on to the next game. Okay. What is that? Wait, what is this? Okay. Now I'm going to be saying who our username is, who our opponent is. Okay, so goes g3. We can go d5, but I like our setup so much that I'm just going to go c5. I'm just going to go c5. He goes here, and you know what? We can still go for the same setup. g6, knight c6 first would have also been fine. But we're going to be sticking to this setup. b3. Okay. What do we do now? What do we do now? What was the point of our last move? The next move should be very logical. Don't be shy. Come on. Come on, everyone in the chat. Participate. If you want to learn, I highly encourage active participation. If you just sit back and chill, you're not going to learn as much. You're going to learn by engaging, saying moves in the chat, and I'll give feedback. But yeah, of course we go bishop g7. Very good, everyone. Okay, so c3. Okay, let me just develop my knight again. Again, this setup is a very good one. This bishop is pretty powerful on the long diagonal. Okay, goes bishop e2. Now here, once again, I don't see anything wrong with grabbing more space in the middle with pawn to d5. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, let's see what he's going to do. But yeah, this is a very solid start of the game. Good job, Nihal. All right, let's see what he's going to do. Again, okay, he goes e3. Okay. Probably wants to go here. I think I might just grab more space with e5. I can also go knight f6, but I like e5. I mean, he's not really developing. I'm just going to grab more space. So let's see what he's going to do now. He goes queen e2. Okay. I can develop my knight here, but I also really like the idea of putting the knight here. This is another idea that you often have. Going e5 and then putting the knight here. So you have a very harmonious setup. Everything is, you have a nice center, and it's very well protected. Okay, so good job everyone. He goes queen b5, okay, attacking this pawn. Hello Pompous in the kick chat, appreciate you. Alright, I'm just going to defend that with pawn to b6. But the queen of b5 looks a little bit off. Alright, so let's see what he's going to do. Oh, wait, 1 second. Oh, you're 2200, okay, that's awesome, Nihal. Okay, he goes pawn to d4. Okay, it's really risky what he's doing. I'm just going to go ahead and castle. I want to get my king out of the middle. Hello to one of my Blummer. Good to see you in the chat. Great to see you. Hello, Pear. Ah, yes. Good point. He could have doubled my pawns. But, wait, let me. He could have taken and doubled my pawns. But then, he's giving up all of the light squares here. And generally, when you fianchetto with a bishop, you don't really want to do that. Because, yes, these pawns are doubled, but they're not even that weak. Because they're only doubled, they're not doubled and isolated. For example, also our dragon bishop, we almost never want to give it up, actually. Because it's such a great piece. Alright, now he took here. Okay, so let's see. He is taking a pawn. But we have a lead in development. So let's see, how are we going to take advantage of that? I'm going to be playing... Hello Kelly Kasparov. Good to see you. Okay, I'm going to be going e4. I want to open on my bishop again, and I also want to set up ideas of a knight here and here. But great to see everyone in the chat. Great to see everyone participating. Hello Putsy. Hello Alionator. Good to have you here. Hope you guys are enjoying the speedrun. Hope everyone's enjoying the speedrun and learning along the way. Yes, exactly. Yeah, only when they're isolated or when they can easily be attacked. Doubled pawns in and of itself are not so much an issue. They can sometimes even be an asset because they control a lot of squares. Alright, so let's see what he's going to do. He takes on b6. Okay, I'm going to recapture. Because now I open on my rook. And I'm setting up another very tricky idea. Let's see if he sees it. Bishop a3. Okay, but he's really playing with fire. He's playing with fire. Here we have a good move. We actually have two good moves. We already have two winning moves. Let's see who is paying attention in the chat. Black to play and win. Yes, since he neglected his development, all of our pieces are active. We already have an opportunity to get a decisive advantage. Who sees it? What do we do here with black? We have two good moves. So as long as you say one in the chat, it's good enough. Come on, everyone, faster. We don't have all day. Come on. What is the move? Yes. Very good, everyone. Indeed. We have rook takes a3, and in case the knight takes, we go here, and we win a full rook back. So rook takes a3 is very good. We also have bishop a6, and I'm actually wait. If I go here, I thought here he goes here. I go here, but queen a3. So rook takes a3 is actually better. So let's calculate. We take a bishop. He is now up in exchange. He's still up in exchange, but he's going to be losing a full rook. And after we take the rook, we're going to be up a full bishop, right? +3, as we can see. We're up a full bishop, so black is winning, and his king is not looking good in the middle. So great job, everyone. Great job, everyone in the chat. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. Already things looking great. We just have to finish out the game. But yeah, great to see everyone participating. Okay, so he goes knight c2, attacking our bishop. Let's just drop the bishop all the way back. It's a good piece. Bishops operate very well from a distance. So you don't need them so much in your opponent's camp. You want knights. You want knights in your opponent's camp. But bishops, like I said, they operate very well from a distance, so it's often even better to have them far away, so they're not easily attacked. Thank you, Pablo. Appreciate that. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. Things looking great for us, obviously. Okay, let's see what he will play. But I hope everything makes sense. I hope everything makes sense. If there's anything that does not make sense, don't be shy to say that in the chat, and I'll be more than happy to answer your questions. Because once again, we're all here to learn. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he's taking his time. And we're going to be playing 10 minigames. I hope that is fine with everyone, so that we have plenty of time to go through the game, analyze a little bit. Because as we say here, we spend a little bit of time going through moves, but we still have plenty of time. At what level would I consider it worth it learning multiple openings? Good question. Well, I think if you're starting out, you really need a master one. I think that only becomes a factor when you reach like master level, really. So really just try to master one opening, because that's already not easy. Okay, he goes f3, putting pressure on my pawn chain. I'm just going to go queen c7. I'm setting up some tricky ideas here. Hello, anime community. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah. Well, I usually don't stream on YouTube, so we're still building up the community over there. But yeah, hopefully soon. Okay, so he takes. All right, so I can go here, but he goes here. I go here, he takes, I take. Looks good, but not winning. I'm going to go knight e5. I want to bring another piece into the attack, because I want to go after his king. But anyway, we're also live on Twitch and on... Ooh, that is not a good move. What do we do here with black? Let's see who's paying attention. But yeah, as I was going to say, we're also live on Twitch and on Kick. So... And we also have a lot of viewers over there, so it's all good. Free knight, indeed, very good. This knight can be taken. He missed it. I think here's a mistake that a lot of people make. They look at they're often too tunneled in. They see, they see my knight moving. They're like, what is this knight doing, right? Okay, it's not attacking anything. I'm taking the pawn. But they're not asking themselves, what is happening on the board, right? By moving this knight, I'm opening up my queen. All right, so he goes king of one. Okay, how do we finish off the game? Checkmate in 2 moves. Black to play. What do we do? Checkmate in 2. What do we play with black? Come on. Come on, everyone. Checkmate in 2. How do we finish this off? No, not 93. 93 is a good move, but there's checkmate in 2 moves. Want to finish off the game? That's a good move, but not the best one. Nope. If I say checkmate in 2, first you gotta look for a sequence that's check, or check and mate. Very good. We go queen d1. Queen d1 check. And after king f2, knight g4, checkmate. All right, good job. Great job, everyone. All right, so here, once again, we saw the power of our setup. The setup with c5 and g6 is good against almost anything white does. Or, I mean, again, if white goes e4, if white goes d4, it's a little bit more complicated. Or, I mean, this is basically an opening against 1 e4, but we can also do it against one knight f3, or one c4, or one g3. We see here, g3, we can go c5, g6, bishop g7. Our bishop is very active on the long diagonal, c3, knight c6. And then, you know, if he is not putting any pawns in the middle, we can put a pawn in the middle ourselves with d5. And then, hey, we might as well put another pawn in the middle with e5, grabbing a lot of space. And then if you put this pawn here, you can develop your knight here. And, okay, eventually we sacrificed the pawn, but we got a very nice initiative. And it quickly fell apart for him. Okay, so good job. I saw, by the way, someone saying we could go d4, but that would have hung the bishop. So it's better to just drop it back. Anyway, I hope everything makes sense. So let's move on to the next game. We're already up to 6:30. Good job, everyone. Wait, we're playing with black again. Wait, I wonder if this is... Okay, anyway, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, so e4. What do we do against e4? We want to be playing the Sicilian Accelerated Dragon. I put the knight on e7, so it's not blocking my bishop pair, but great question. What do we do against e4? Come on. What is our first move? Wait, I think we're having a bit of delay. Let me check that out. Maybe... Wait, are we on delay? We might be. No, we don't have a delay. We don't have a delay. Okay, so he goes knight f3. So now we really get to learn the Accelerated Dragon. So we can play the Hyper Accelerated Dragon with pawn to g6. But I'm going to be playing the move knight to c6. I don't know. I expect to get white at some point. But we're going to go knight c6. And the reason for that... Okay, so it goes d4. Okay, so what do we do here? Guys, what do we do? We're playing the Sicilian. So if they go d4... there's a delay on YouTube. Sorry about that. When white goes d4, what do we do in the Sicilian? Does anyone have any ideas? It feels like there is a delay, which is really annoying. Indeed, we take. Perfect. Yeah. Seeing if I can fix it somehow. Alright, so it recaptures with a knight. And now we follow up with g6, the start of the Accelerated Dragon, developing our bishop on the long diagonal. This opening is super easy to play. Hello Cats play chess very well. This opening is super easy to play. You go g6, and against almost anything, we're going to follow up with bishop g7. So let's go ahead and do that here. Put pressure on the knight. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do here. He takes. Okay, how do we recapture? How do we recapture, everyone? What do we think? With B or with D? I have to see if I can fix the lag somehow, because it's going to take away from the interaction. Indeed, we almost always recapture with the B pawn. We want to capture towards the middle. Very good. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he goes bishop d3, good move. Let's develop my knight to f6. The knight is almost always going here. He goes knight c3. Now, e5 can sometimes be an issue, so I'm going to go queen c7. to stop that move. Okay, he goes g3, but that is a little bit odd. Okay, I'm going to continue with castles. He's probably going to go bishop f4 is my guess. That's why he played g3. Alright, so he's attacking my queen. Now, I don't really want to go e5, because then I'm blocking my bishop. So I'm going to be blocking the attack by going d6. Okay, keeping a very healthy pawn structure. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do now. Alright, there seems to be no delay. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. But g3 definitely a weakening of his position. Yeah, g3 is definitely weakening. Very well. Okay, so he goes queen e2. And now we're going to be taking advantage of that half-open b-file. We're going to do that with the move rook to b8. Because, you know, it's a little awkward for him to defend that pawn on b2. Then his move g2, g3. Floor mat, yeah. That move is a bit awkward. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he goes b3, but he is allowing a tactic. He is allowing a tactic. Let's see who's paying attention. Hello, Nihal man. Good to see you. What can we do with black? We can already strike. What do we do? What happens if I lose to 1300? Then I lose rating. Hello, L. Very good, Cats. Cats indeed play chess very well. Knight takes e4. Guys, the dragon bishop. The dragon bishop coming to life on the long diagonal. Good job, everyone. I could have also moved my knight, but he still had bishop d2 to defend. So, knight takes c4. Very good, very good. I mean, guys, do not underestimate this dragon bishop. Hello, Father Marcus. Welcome. Good job, everyone. Great to see everyone paying attention in the chat and participating. Okay, he goes kingside castles. But this only makes things worse. Now we get a full knight for free. So now we're up a knight and a pawn. Already +4 for us. Good job. Good job, everyone. Alright, let's see. Thank you, Pris. Appreciate that. Yep, we're all here to learn. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream. And once again, if anyone has any questions, don't be shy to ask them in the chat. I'll be more than happy to answer and help all of you improve. Okay, so it goes queen f3. Let's just continue. Let's go knight to d5. I'm on material, so I don't mind a trade or two. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, so he goes rook e1. Now, I'm going to keep it very simple. Since we're on material, I'm just going to trade. So let's go ahead and take here. Now, generally, I don't really recommend you play e5 too early, but I think here it's good because he's got no pawns in the middle whatsoever. And so we can now really grab the full center with e5, d5, e4, maybe even f5. So let's go ahead and go e5. It also comes with a tempo. Oh, but I missed a good move. I missed a better move. We might get another opportunity. Yes, we get another opportunity. Black to play and win even more material. What do we do? How can we win? Yes, indeed. Very good. We can win more material with bishop h3. My bad, I actually missed that over here. Yeah, indeed. Bishop h3 would have won another exchange, but we get a second chance and go bishop h3 here. Except a draw. He's offering me a draw, which is pretty tempting. All right, good game. Good game by him. All right, so here we really got to see the power of the Accelerated Dragon. We really got to see the power of the Accelerated Dragon. So let's recap that real quick. We played a Sicilian, so that if white ever puts a second pawn in the middle, we're going to take. Now, why do I like the Accelerated Dragon so much, or the Sicilian, is because we stop him from putting a second pawn in the middle while avoiding the symmetry that would arise after e5. So we go c5, knight c6, and then in case they go, and we're going to follow up with g6 and bishop g7. So if they go d4, like I said, we're almost always going to take g6, bishop here. All right, he takes. But we don't mind this trade at all, because as you will learn, this half-open b-file, combined with the bishop, is super effective for putting pressure on white. And we saw how quickly we won here, right? I mean, here, rook b8, and he collapsed. b3, boom. And he lost a full knight. And he then also lost another exchange, so we were going to be up a rook. Okay, so great job, everyone. And like I said, here we really got to see the power of the Accelerated Dragon. Okay, so let's move on to the next thing. Okay, so we play with white. With white, okay, I'm gonna be going 1d4. I'm gonna be going 1d4 because we can also use this as a speed run for the Queen's Gambit. So he goes d6. We'll get to that if we face that, Chris. But great question. Okay, so he goes d6. He wants to go e5. Now, even if we go d4, we still should take the opportunity to put a second pawn in the middle with e4. So let's go ahead and do that here. He goes e5. Okay. Alright, so playing a bit of a Philidor. Let's go knight f3. I have the advantage that I have two pawns in the middle. I have more space, whereas his pieces are a little bit further back. He goes knight c6. Okay, not a bad move. Let's go bishop e... Okay. Knight f6, pre-moved. Okay. Alright, well, I'm going to be taking here. Let's see what he's going to do now. Okay, he recaptures, but here we can win a pawn. We can win a pawn. Does anyone see how we can win the pawn with white? He could have perhaps taken here. Yep, indeed. We can take on d8 or take here first. One of the two. Let's go ahead and take here. So we take a check. We also double his pawns. We double his pawns. We deprive him of the right castle. And we win a pawn. Hello, Legit Tactics. Great to see you. Knight takes e4. That is not a good move. That is not a good move. Why not? What do we do here with white? I see the Twitch chat is really paying attention. YouTube chatters also, you know, feel free to participate in the chat. Or you know, you can also, indeed, we have knight takes f7 with a fork. We're winning now a full rook. Good job. Good job, everyone. King e8. Obviously, we're going to collect that rook. Check. Let's just block. Yep. Great job. Great job, everyone. Hello, Case Kippenvlees. Hello. Hello. Goed te zien in the chat. Alright, bishop c5, hitting the pawn. Let's defend with bishop e3. Since, hey, we're on material. When we're on material, trades are good for us. Because if you trade, that's going to give him less material, less chances for a comeback. Alright, good to see Big Nas now in the chat. Alright, okay. Okay, bishop g4, okay. Well, you know what? Let's go knight d2. Let's go knight d2. Trades are good for us. Here goes bishop 5. Trades are good for us. So let's just keep trading. But you know what's even better than trading? What's even better than trading is taking stuff for free. So let's take this bishop. Oh wait, my bad. Ritash, good question in the chat. We're doing a speedrun, so we're just playing the pool. Alright, so rook to d8. Let's go kingside castles. I mean, we're up a rook and a bishop and a pawn. We're completely winning. Bob, I will be playing the moves, but I'm teaching you guys. I'm teaching you guys as we go along. Rook d5, free stuff. We like, hey, free pawns. We like free pawns over here. Let's go ahead and take. Alright, everything looking good. Hello. Hello. Okay, so c5. Well, that bishop is on the same line as the king, so we're going to be taking advantage of that. And now we should be collecting it. Very good, very, very good, Father Marcus. So now we're winning even more material. Good job, everyone. Yep. Rook e5. Well, the bishop is still pinned. What do you want to do with pieces that are pinned? Put pressure on them, and we go f3. So the bishop is simply dropping. If he moves the bishop, he hangs the rook, and otherwise he hangs the bishop. So good job. Great job, everyone. Okay. Alright, so let's go ahead and take. I'm taking with a rook because trades are good for us. And now the rest is going to be very simple. Okay, so there's multiple ways of winning this game, but I'm going to be going for a very straightforward one. Let's just push this pawn to the other side of the board. Alright, I'm going to go here, boxing the king a little bit. I'm going to be moving my bishop out of the way, and we're going to get a new queen very soon. So let's drop the bishop back. Alright, king of 4. Let's go a7. We're going to go a8, and checkmate is going to be very soon. All right, let's go ahead and check. And check. I could do the reset, but I'm not doing that because, you know, we're okay. Good game, good game. Let's go. It was going to be checkmate in a few moves. All right, so good job everyone in the chat. Okay, so let's move on to the next game. Okay, so we're playing with black. Let's see, are we going to get e4? Okay, e4. What do we do against e4, everyone? What do we do? Let's see who's been paying attention. We go c5, the Sicilian. Very good. All right, let's see what he's going to do. Very good. Because this is a speedrun on the Sicilian Accelerated Dragon. Okay, let's see, d3. Okay, guys, what is our setup? This is the great thing about the Accelerated Dragon. We can do this against almost anything. d6, not bad. Thank you, Pris. Appreciate that. G6, yep, G6 is good. G6 is good. Knight C6 as well. Both are good. You just want to get that bishop to the long diagonal because it's all. Oh, F3. Yeah, what is that? Bishop G7. This bishop is almost always good here because the pawn on C5 stops white from putting that second pawn in the middle. So we almost always have that long diagonal for a bishop, right? What? Okay, B3 is not a good move. B3 is not a good move. What do we do here with black? Let's see who's paying attention. Look at the full board. Look at the full board. Indeed, we can take the rook. Good job, everyone. Yep. All right, and we're already up a full rook. Hey, guys, that dragon bishop, don't underestimate the dragon bishop. I'm telling you guys. Do not underestimate the dragon bishop. Queen d2. Now, I'm a little worried that he's going to go c3 and try to trap this bishop. So I'm just going to drop it all the way back. Again, bishops, as we see, they operate very well from a distance. So we're just going to drop it back. Okay, let's continue our setup. Let's go knight c6. Okay, d4. Wait a second. We just take that. Well, in this case, it was justified. Hey, we can take another pawn. I can take with the knight, but he's going to put me in a pin. So I'll take with the bishop. Again, do not underestimate the dragon bishop. All right, it's under attack. Let's drop it back. All right, bishop e2. Well, I can trade. Fine. We'll trade. I know everyone in the chat is crying. They're like, no, that's our dragon bishop. We don't want to trade that. But it's okay. We're up a rook. So we're up a rook and a pawn. So trade is fine. Our king will still be very safe in case we castle. e5. e5 hangs another pawn. And this is a typical tactic in the Sicilian. Black to play and win another pawn. What do we do? Indeed, queen a5 check, and we win the pawn. Very good, everyone. Excellent. Great job. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Knight e2. Okay, I can take with the queen. I can also take with a knight. Now, I think normally I would take with the queen, but I'm going to be playing for a bit of cheese. I'm going to take with the knight. Who sees the cheese? Black to play. He fell right into it. Black to play. Yep. Very good. We go knight d3, check. And we fork him. Very good. Winning a full queen. You might think like, well, our queen's under attack as well, but he's forced to go here, and then we take his queen with check. Good job, everyone. All right, king c1. Let's go ahead and take another pawn. Save our queen. Chat is very strong. Chat is very strong today. Chat is always strong. All right, let's see what he's going to do. But obviously we're up, what are we up? We're up a rook and a queen and 3 pawns. That's a lot of material. All right, let's try to finish this off quickly. Let's go d5. I want to move my bishop out of the way and move a rook to the c file. Actually, I could have won more material. Actually, I checkmated a few moves, but it's okay. All right, good game. Okay, so we get another win. And here, once again, we see that our setup is good against almost anything white does. So this is why I'm teaching you guys the Accelerated Dragon. The reason why I'm teaching you guys the Accelerated Dragon is because it's the easiest Sicilian to play. c5 followed by g6 and knight c6, bishop g7, is good against almost anything white does. So that's why I'm teaching you guys this, so you get comfortable with the Sicilian. And if you want to play another Sicilian later on, you're already comfortable with the Sicilian, right? So it's very easy to play. All right, and we see here once again the power of the dragon bishop. And after 4 moves, it was already over. Throw the bishop back, and the rest was very simple. All right, so good job everyone. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, we're playing with white. Okay, so let's go d4 in this game. If you guys really want to see the Accelerated Dragon, we can also go c4 followed by g3. If you guys really want. He goes e6, but okay, he goes h6. Ideally, you want to put 1 pawn in the middle, but what's better than 1 pawn in the middle? 2 pawns in the middle. So let's go e4. g5. Okay, we're going to try to crush this guy. So let's go bishop here. We're going to try to go for a quick win. Let's see what he's going to do. g4. Question to everyone in the chat. Is this a free pawn? Is this a free pawn? That's not the English accelerator. It's Shankland has a Shankland calls it a Neo-Catalan actually. Can we take that pawn? Is it good to take? It's actually not good because he has d5. So I'm gonna give him some respect and go knight c3. If we would take, he would have that tactic. All right, let's see what he is gonna do. But it's already looking pretty good for us. Okay, so e6, but now this diagonal is blocked, so I can just take. So if there's something you can take and you don't see why not, you should take, right? So just ask yourself like, hey, I can take that pawn. Is there anything wrong with it? If you don't see why it wouldn't be good, just go ahead and take. He goes d5 here. But now this diagonal is blocked, but I can take. All right, let's see. So now he might be thinking like, well, you know, he might be very happy. He might think like, haha, your queen is under attack and your bishop as well. But white still has a good move. What do we do here with white? Which check? Which check? You guys say check. Which check? Very good. Queen e2 check. Good job. Good job, everyone. Putting the king in check. Great to see everyone learning in the chat. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. We're up 1 pawn, and actually we're going to be winning a second one. But great to see everyone participating and learning. Hello, S7 in the YouTube chat. Good to see you. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Queen e7. Okay. I can take myself, but then I develop one of his pieces. So I'm going to let him trade, so he allows me to develop my piece. So let's take with the knight. So sometimes it's better to let your opponent trade and trade yourself. All right, he took, and I recapture. All right, let's see what he's going to do. King d7, okay. All right, so let's just continue developing, and let's create threats at the same time. Let's go here. So now I'm still hitting this. Good question, Interestam. I actually started this speedrun, to be completely fair, a while ago, but now we're picking up. c6 is not a good move. What do we do here with white? Let's see who's paying attention. What do we play with white? Give me 1 second. Very good, everyone. Indeed, we have knight c7, and we get a full rook. We get a full rook out of it. What makes me recommend the Accelerated Dragon over the normal dragon? Yeah, so we'll get to that in just a second. Hello, Starting Chess. Great to see you. b5. Okay, he's hitting the bishop. I can take here, but I can also just move my bishop. Or, actually, well, we'll see. Let's go bishop d3. We're winning a lot of material regardless. Let's see. We're definitely going to go to 2000. Definitely into 2000. Maybe a little bit beyond. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, bishop e7. Obviously, we're going to collect the rook. And now we can win even more material. What do we play with white? Let's see who's paying attention. Let's look at the full board. What do we do here with white? White to play. What do we play here with white? Let's see who's paying attention. Other castle? No, we can take the knight. We can take the knight for free. Good job. Good job, everyone. Alright, so now we're up. Okay, let's go bishop e5 back. Create an unpleasant pin over here. Alright, so obviously things are looking really good. Okay, bishop g7. And let's go knight g3. Because I want to go here and put pressure on his bishop. Okay, he goes here, pinning my bishop. Let's get out of the pin by just castling. For now, we're playing the Queen's Gambit, Tekarel. Because actually, a while ago, I started a speedrun on the Accelerated Dragon and the Queen's Gambit, but I never actually finished those. So now we're picking up again. Great to see you guys in the YouTube chat. Hello, Lightning McQueen. All right. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. He goes rook e6. Hey, we can win even more material. Guys, how do we win even more material here? White to play. Indeed, bishop 5. I will never lose, Bob. Let's be serious now. Obviously, I'm not going to lose a game. Pinning, winning by pinning, exactly. Pin the tower, yep. King e7. Let's keep it very simple. Let's just collect. Bring another piece into the game. Obviously, we're winning, so king d5. Okay, let's jump this knight in, put even more pressure on him. Bishop f8. Oh, there goes another piece. And, oh, we have checkmate into check. And mate. All right. So good job. Good job. We get the win. Okay, so here we see we start with 1d4. But even if our opponent doesn't put a pawn in the middle, let's say he goes h6, we can put a second pawn in the middle with e4. And he was just really messing around. And eventually he got punished. So like I said, if I take here, he has d5. If I take right away, if I take right away, he has d5. And I lose material because my queen's under attack and my bishop. But fortunately, I have knight c3. And now I take, because now the diagonal is a little bit blocked. And after takes, I have queen e2. So I give him a check. So, and then I have time to save my bishop. All right. Both are good. Both are good Tekarel. But in this series, I'm focusing on the Queen's Gambit. I feel like the Queen's Gambit can be pretty effective. Okay. Anyway, let's move on to the next game. And we're playing with black. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, so he goes e4, guys. We should know. What do we do against e4? What do we do? We know. Come on. No, we don't go e5. We don't go e5. We go c5. We want to be playing the Sicilian d4. Okay. So what is the point of c5? If they go d4, we play. What do we play? Indeed, we take. Good job. Good job. We take. Very good. Yep. All right. Let's see what he's going to do. And now, hey, let's continue with our setup. Let's go knight to c6. Attack the queen. We develop with tempo. Yes. Indeed, Pris. We're all here to learn. You guys are very lucky today. Okay, goes queen e2. And the great thing is, we can still... Guys, what do we do now? What did we just learn? What do we do now with black? We can still go for our same setup. Let's do that. What did we learn? Yeah, let's just stick to our setup. Let's go g6. Put the bishop here. We could have also developed with e6 or like knight f6. Okay, he goes bishop b5. Alright. Besides bishop g7, I also have this tricky move. But I don't think it's necessarily leading to anything. So I'm just going to stick to our normal setup with bishop g7. To keep it simple. He takes on c6. Okay, how do we recapture? We should have learned this. How do we recapture? With the b or the d pawn? What do we think? We take with the b pawn. We want to capture towards the middle. And we give ourselves this half open file. Good job. Good job, everyone. Very good. All of you guys are already learning. And I have great news for all of you guys. My course on the Accelerated Dragon is coming out in 10 days. So stay tuned. f3. Okay. Let's just develop. Let's just develop with knight f6. Yeah, of course, Pris. Yes, he has e5, but I'm banking on that pawn becoming vulnerable. Okay, so goes knight e2. Let's go ahead and castle. All right, he castles as well. I can go d5, but he might go here. I'm going to go bishop a6. I feel like this bishop is also pretty annoying on this diagonal. So let's see what he's going to do. Rook e1, okay, understandably, he gets out of the pin. I'm going to go queen c7 because I want to go d5, but I don't want to be bothered by e5. So let's put the queen here. Now, even though his setup is a little bit weird, it's still holding so far. He's still doing fine for the most part. Queen b6 was also an option, but he would have just stepped the king to the side. All right, he goes c3. So here's the thing. If our opponent is messing around and he's not playing in the center at all, at some point, we want to put more pressure in the middle with d5, with a move like d5. So let's do that. We want to open up the center a little bit. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. Already, I feel like black is doing pretty well. Okay, he goes knight g3. Okay, so he's defending here. Okay. Okay, can bring the rook in, but he might go here. I'm gonna go here. I want to try to open up the center somehow and try to put pressure on him. Let's see what he's gonna do. Hello, Bonaventure. All right, let's see what he's gonna do. Okay, he takes. I can take with the knight, I can take with the pawn. I'm gonna take with the knight. I mean, yes, this leaves my pawn structure slightly weakened, but I get more active piece play. So let's see. But Bonaventure, I see your question in the chat. My current rate for coaching is $150 an hour, but I do offer bulk discounts in case you purchase a 10-pack. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do. Putting some pressure on his queen. Student discount. Well, if you're my student, yeah, if you're my student and you, like I said, and you purchase a 10-pack, you get a discount. You're welcome. Hello, Draco Malfoy. Good to see you in the chat. Draco, I actually went to a Harry Potter show in New York during the World Rapid and Blitz, which was great, and it had Draco Malfoy as well. Queen of 2, good move, good move. Okay, I want to do some. I'm gonna go knight of 4 because I want to somehow jump in with my knight. Let's see what he's gonna do. I think he has to chop it off, but then at least I get 2 bishops against 2 knights. All right, so let's see what he's gonna do. Ooh, that is really risky. I don't think that's a good move. Black to play. What do we do with black? Hello, service. What do we do with black? Black has a good move. He is allowing a fork, indeed. Good job. Good job, everyone. Good job, everyone in the chat. Okay, goes there. Now, I have a few options. But the easiest is simply takes. Well, okay, I'm gonna take here. I'll let you guys. He's gonna take my queen. And what do we do now? Black to play. What do we do now? Hello, Speed Booster Chess. Welcome. Black to play. What do we do here? Indeed. We go rook d1 check. Good job, everyone. Good job. Okay, let's see what he's going to do, but he's already finding himself in a world of trouble. Oh, he finds the worst move. Black to play. Finish him. Finish him. What do we do here? What do we do? Black to play. I think he missed the bishop. It's too far away. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares away. Indeed, we have rook takes f1. Checkmate. All right, so good job, everyone. We're now getting very close to 700. Okay, so we see here, the great thing about the Accelerated Dragon is that we can do this setup against a lot of things that white does. Knight c6 and g6 is good against almost anything white does, right? And this is no exception. We go g6, bishop g7. In case they take, we recapture with the b pawn, and then we develop our knight. And like I said, if he really doesn't do anything in the middle, at some point we can strike with d5. So put my bishop here. Queen here, d5, and we got a nice initiative, and he quickly collapsed. He already allowed knight d3, and here he was losing. All right, guys, I'll just be playing the pool. So let's start the next game. We now have the opportunity to cross 700. All right, thank you. Oh yeah, that's great to hear, Putsy. Okay, he goes e3. Now I can go c5, but he goes here. It's going to be a little different. Hello, sub. You know what? I'm going to be going g6. And so I can still put my bishop here. Generally speaking, though, if your opponent is messing around like this, I would just recommend putting pawns in the middle and try to crush him. But for the purposes of the speedrun, I'm going to be sticking to our setup for now. Okay, bishop d2. Let's develop the knight. Goes bishop e2. Okay, well, we learned that if our opponent is messing around and not doing anything in the center, we should grab more space ourselves. Banco Gambit is kind of risky, but yeah, Putty, really happy to hear that. And yeah, I hope this encourages you to play the Sicilian as well. Okay, knight of 3. Okay, and now we can grab even more space with e5. You guys, don't spam the chat, please. h3. Okay, here I have a nice move. I can push him back. Because once again, our opponent is messing around. He's not playing in the middle at all. So we can push him back here. So what is a nice move here for black? To push white back. And really try to punish his moves. Indeed, we can go e4. I like e4. Because then, okay, his knight has to move to a bad square. He doesn't really want to go here. He doesn't really want to go here. So let's see what he's going to do. Alright, see you later, Putsy. Okay, knight g1. Okay, so we forced him to undevelop his knight, right? He clearly didn't want to do that. Okay, let's continue our development. In this case, I'm going to develop my knight here. So I can protect this pawn on e4 a little bit more. No speed booster, because this is an educational speed run. So I want to be playing good openings. Because the point is not to win games, the point is to teach you guys. I understand, but it was a nice opportunity to push him back. Okay, goes queen c2. Let's continue our development. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he goes knight b3. Let's go bishop to f5. Bring the bishop in, put some pressure over here. d4 was also an option, but I like bishop f5 better. Just bring in another piece. Knight b5, okay. Well, let's push him back. His knight has to go back here. He's really... his moves don't make a whole lot of sense, if I'm being honest. And now... You know what, I like this idea. Yeah, because here, once again, our opponent is messing around, not developing any of his pieces, and you want to punish that by breaking open the middle. And look at how we're putting massive pressure here. Breaking everything open. Right? And now, eventually, we might be able to get to his king. Okay, takes, we recapture, and... He's just collapsing. He's just collapsing over here. But let's see what he's going to do. So this is how you punish someone if they're just messing around. He takes. All right, but now we take. We hit his queen. Good question. So if you guys like my style of teaching, my chessable courses are on sale, so check them out. And my next course is coming out very soon. All right, so let's go ahead and take here. All right, he goes rook h1, rook h2. Okay, so my bishop is under attack. Let's just drop it back with tempo. Okay, he goes there. Let's continue playing moves with tempo. Let's go bishop b4, hit the queen. Thanks, Liz Ivanov, for the raid with 62. Thank you. Welcome, everyone.
Liz Ivanov just raided my stream with 62 viewers.
Thank you. Appreciate it a lot. Welcome, everyone. All of you came in at a great time. We're doing a speed run, so make sure to stick around so we all can learn. All right, let's go queen d6. Hit this rook over here. But thanks a lot for the raid. Appreciate it. Oh, thank you. Oh, wait. Hikaru used my... Oh, I appreciate that a lot by Hikaru. Oh, knight c2 is not a good move. Why not? Why not? What do we do here with black? Best place to study theory from? My chessable courses, obviously. All right. Okay, so let's go ahead and take the rook. Best place to learn is here. Right? Okay, so we take the rook for free. Okay, let's see what he's going to Okay, he takes here. Well, guys, there's more stuff we can take. And generally, if there's stuff you can take and you don't see why not, you should take. Alright, he goes there. Let's just go ahead and trade. We're up a lot of material, so it's all good. So let's trade. Okay, he recaptures. And let's bring another piece in with tempo. Developing piece with tempo is rarely a bad idea. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Alright, but yeah, we're winning here. We're up a rook and a knight, and we have a big attack on his king. So good job everyone in the chat. Let's see where he's going to go with the queen. But I hope so far everything makes sense. And yeah, like I always say, if anyone has any questions, don't be shy to ask them in the chat. Alright, let's put some more pressure on this bishop. Let's go here. You want to put pressure on pin pieces. Hello, Funky Monk. Welcome. Happy Friday. Thanks. Happy Friday to everyone in the chat. Happy Friday to everyone, of course. Yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Hope you all are enjoying the stream. Hope everyone is learning. Okay. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Everything looking good here. Service. Are you talking to me? Because I'm just playing the pool right now. Okay, Bishop C1, but yeah, we're just going to take. And now we have a couple of moves to finish it off. But I like this one best. All right, so checkmate. It's a good game. And here we really got to see how we should punish someone if they're just messing around and they're not developing, right? E3 is not really a developing move. So D3 also not. Bishop D2. So we go for our setup, but eventually, if he is just messing around, we're gonna put pawns in the middle. And here we see the drawback. If you don't put any pawns in the middle yourself, your opponent can grab more space and push you back. Here the knight didn't have any good squares, so he saw himself forced to move back. We develop. And eventually, we broke everything open with d4. And notice how quickly things fall apart. After d4, we break open the middle. Let's see how quickly things fall apart. He takes, and already here, he's losing a pawn and it's falling apart. Okay, obviously he should not have hung the rook, but it's already very bad. So that's what you want to do. If your opponent's messing around, you want to break open the middle. Hope all of that makes sense. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's nice. That's nice, Aura. Good luck. Okay, so let's move on to the next game. So we crossed 700. Very good. All right, so let's go d4 with white. d5, and let's play the Queen's Gambit, because that's going to be our opening with white. He goes e6. Okay, e6, good move, but he's blocking in the bishop. Let's continue developing with knight to c3. Yeah, well, guys, I told you that I'm playing the pool. This is part of an educational speedrun. We're not playing viewers right now. We're just playing the pool. Knight c6. Okay, so he's putting some pressure here. The knight is generally a little bit misplaced. But I'm going to continue my development with bringing the other knight out. Okay, so let's see what he is going to do. Okay, he goes knight f6. And now we go bishop to g5. I mean, I can check on the accuracy. Okay, he goes h6, but h6 is a mistake. What is a good move here for white? We have a nice sequence. Well, the thing is, Harry, of course, Magnus and Ikoru, they can mess around, but they might mess around for like a move or two. They're not going to mess around like for 10 moves. All right, indeed, we have bishop takes f6. Good job. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Good point by Father Marcus. They stopped messing around at some point. But this guy, like, he kept messing around, and at some point, of course, Magnus and Ikoru, they played their best chess, right? Okay, so here we can take the pawn. Good job, good job. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. But already things are looking pretty good. We're up a pawn. Queen d6, hitting my knight. You know what, I can go e4, but I think I'm going to drop the knight back. I think I'm going to go e3 and just keep it very solid. Because this is my extra pawn. He's going to try to put pressure on it, but if I go e3, it's very well defended. So that is my plan. Let's see what he's going to do. But yeah, things looking pretty good for us for up a pawn. Okay, so let's see what he's going to play. Will I make a Larson course? No. No, but like I said, my Accelerated Dragon course coming out in 10 days. Maybe a 1d4 course, and maybe a course for black against 1d4. Okay, so let's put the pawn here. I could have also put the pawn on e4, but I want to keep it very solid. Make sure my d4 pawn is well defended. Yeah, that would have been better. Yep. Alright, let's go bishop e2 to neutralize the pin. Alright, let's see what he's going to do here. Alright, he castles. Let's castle kingside. My king is still very safe over here, and I have this half open c file that I can use to attack. So let's see what he's going to do. Yep, no, that's true to Wondermake Blunder. All of you guys are basically learning here for free. So you can consider yourself lucky. Okay, nice, nice. That's awesome. That's awesome, Bonaventure. Okay, knight b4 seems a little odd to me. It doesn't do much. So let's just activate my rook on the half open file. My rating, we're 709, Lightning McQueen. Bishop b6, okay, but now he's messed around too much. What can we do here with white? We can strike. White to play and win. White to play and win. It's already over. You guys are like, what? Yep, indeed. Knight b5, and he's in a world of trouble. His queen is under attack. We're hitting this as well. It's already all collapsing for him. Good job, everyone. Let's see what he's going to do. Yeah, he also doesn't really have a good square for the queen, so let's see. Perhaps he has to go here, yeah. Ah, yeah. But queen d7, well, then I can take, and he would have to give up his queen. So that would not be good. Rook d7, well, that hangs the queen. Queen b6 may be a good move, but then I'm planning to take with check, and if the king moves over, I can take the bishop. So that's why he's in trouble. But great questions in the chat. So yeah, Phil, guys, at any point, do not be shy to ask questions. Hello, Zumia. Oh yeah, no. That's the whole point, Zumia. My whole point of this course is one for you guys. It's very easy to play, very easy to learn, and it's not going to be a lifetime repertoire. The lifetime repertoires, they're super big, so this one is going to be very easy to digest. So I really created this course for you guys. And yeah, like I said, it's gonna come out in 10 days. On October 6th. So not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after that. So be hyped, be hyped. Alright, let's see what he's gonna do. You're from Finland? Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome service. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but the great thing, Zoomia, the great thing about the Accelerated Dragon is that you almost always go for the same setup. With fianchettoing the bishop. Oh, Kelly, Sicilian, I feel like it's difficult. You will learn. The Accelerated Dragon is super easy. So I'll be putting out, I'll be doing the speedrun here. I'll be putting out some videos, and I'll have the course, like I said, coming out in 10 days. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Pooh. Thank you, thank you. Okay, he just left or something. Ugh. Queen b6, probably the best move, but now I'm gonna go ahead and take. Why dragon in chess? The dragon is a very strong beast. He goes there. Okay, what is a good move for white now? What is a good move for white now? What do we do? White to play. Indeed, we can just take the bishop. Very good. Okay, awesome, awesome, Zoomia. All right, let's see what he's gonna do. Goes knight c6. Okay, my rook is under attack, and it's kind of trapped. My rook is trapped, but how do we make sure we still make the most? If we're gonna lose the rook, how do we make sure that we still make the most of it? Indeed, we can still get the bishop. Yep. And still we can do. Okay. All right, that's awesome, Denny's Pro. Yeah, I'd say, you know, just try to play as much as possible. I guess try to join your local chess club. And I guess you're getting at the rating where you're gonna have to take like opening study a little bit more seriously. You know? Okay, so he recaptures. Let's go queen to b3, bring the queen in. Aha. Right. After what rating, Father Marcus? Because I think the Accelerated Dragon is a great opening to get comfortable with the Sicilian. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Oh, I see, Pris. All right, obviously we're gonna recapture. And now we're still up a lot of material. We have a knight, a bishop, and 2 pawns for the rook. Okay, so let's see. He goes rook e8. Okay, let's go g3. Just making some look for my king. Never a bad idea. Goes e5. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and trade. G5, okay. He wants to go G4, so I'm going to go H3 to stop that. All right, so let's see what he's going to do. The command is !courses. All right, B5, okay. Let's go ahead and go King G2. Okay, so let's see what he's gonna do. King G2, I'm just slowly but surely improving the position. It honestly doesn't do much. B7. Alright. Let's go knight e4. Trying to set up some trickery. Ah, I see. Yeah, I think the knight f is a great opening. It's an opening I play myself, but it's not an easy Sicilian. I think the Accelerated Dragon, what I'm teaching here, is a lot easier. So I think knight f is good, but then, yeah, you are going to have to study the theory. But that's also the reason why I'm teaching the Accelerated Dragon, so that you get comfortable playing the Sicilian, and then later you can move on to a different Sicilian if you want to. If you're getting tired of the Accelerated Dragon and you want to play something else, you can. But you're already comfortable with the anti-Sicilians, the open Sicilian, etc. Okay, he goes there. Let's go here. Okay. He's fighting back well. But it's not going to be enough. Also because he's running out of time. Alright, good game. Okay, he played well, but he was just a bit too slow. Alright, okay, so we win. So we see here how he went wrong by really putting that knight on c6. Knight c6 is not good if you put the pawn on e6. Because you can no longer defend with the c pawn, you cannot put pressure on it with c5, so the knight is kind of misplaced. Okay, nice. Ah, yeah. Right, in this speedrun we'll also learn how to play against 2 knights c3. And yeah, already here he lost the pawn. It would have been better to play bishop b7, let's say. So things still weren't so bad. But then, like, right around here, he also blundered into a knight b5, and he was just losing. Alright, so we win this one. Let's go ahead and continue. Okay, so we're playing with black. Okay, goes e4, guys. What do we do against e4? Let's see who's been paying attention. What do we do? We go c5. Excellent. We play the Sicilian. Okay, so goes d3. We are going to stick to our setup. Let's go g6 and bishop g7. Because once again, this is good against almost anything white does. It's just so easy to play. He goes there. Let's go bishop g7. Alright. Okay, knight g5, kind of odd. So let's just develop a knight c6. Okay, queen f3. He's trying to go for some trickery. But we're just going to develop and defend. Obviously, this is not going to work. Yeah, Maroxy-Bine is not that easy. Maroxy-Bine is not that easy to deal with, but it is covered. It's covered in my upcoming course. So don't worry about that. And you will learn how to get a good game. Wait. What? This is not good. Alright, well, we just take that. Free knight. Thank you very much. Okay, goes bishop b2. Okay, so we lost the right castle. So actually I was thinking like, we're going to castle by hand, but we have a better move. We have a better move. I actually want to... I want to attack. Indeed, we have 94, and we can try to win more material. Very good. Yep. 95 not bad, but 94 even better. Really hurting him in the heart of his position. Hitting this, hitting this. So he's going to be losing material here. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, Queen of 4, not a bad move. And his idea is that if I take, I can move the king, and if I take e5. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go e5 first. Oh, wait, no. I messed up the order. My bad. Because white has a good move here. Let's see if he finds it. White has a good move to limit the damage. I should have taken first. My bad. Yeah. Okay, this was a mistake. Okay, yeah, he finds the right move. Okay, it's unfortunate. Okay, let's just continue. My bad. Okay, we're gonna go here and tuck in the king. So now we're castling by hand. A bit of a pity, but we're still up a knight, so we're doing great. Okay, let's tuck in the king. So here we see we're pretty much castled, right? Even though we didn't play this in one move. Greetings, Limni. Welcome, welcome. Or I'm Nee. Hope you're having a good day. Hope everyone's having a good day. Hope all of you are doing well. Everyone's doing well, and everyone's learning. Queen g5. Okay, well, he's kind of giving us a second chance. What can we do here with black? Oh, wait, actually, he's hanging everything. He's hanging everything. What is he doing? I can take here, but, you know, a free bishop also is not bad. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. He's in check. He has to go here. And then I'm just going to continue my development by pushing up this pawn. Yeah, no, we're doing a speed run. We're doing a speed run. Somebody says, I thought you were real for a second. Am I the real Benjamin Bok? No, I'm not. All right, so we win. So here, once again, we see how easy this setup is. We go c5 and g6, bishop g7. Is good against almost anything white does. Okay, he went here, but obviously we can defend with knight f6. Maybe we can do that later, Stockfish, but right now I'm enjoying the speedrun. I hope you guys are enjoying the speedrun as well. So, well, this is an educational speedrun. I am Nee. Alright, and yeah, then we got the counterpunch with 94, and very quickly. Okay, e5, not the best, but very quickly we were winning. Okay, so good job. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so we're playing with white. Let's play 1d4, the Queen's Gambit. I guess, okay. Alright, he goes g6. Now, again, if we go d4 and they go g6, we can actually put a second pawn in the middle with e4. One pawn in the middle, but 2 pawns is even better. Okay, d6. Let's continue developing with knight f3. And now I really like this line with bishop c4. I actually have a video on it because this line has a few traps. So let's see if we can put one of our traps to work. Let's see what he's going to do. This is a very tricky line. To be fair, e6 is a good move. He's blocking the diagonal. Okay, I'm going to throw my bishop back because he might otherwise have d5. Knight e7. But still, this is a good setup for white. Let's go queen e2 and protect my pawn. And let's castle. Because now he did block in his bishop. Alright. Let's see what he's going to do. Hello from Michigan. Okay, that's awesome. Okay, let's go e5. At some point, I want to put some pressure on him. And often we do that by pushing forward a little bit. Knight g4, okay, but he's playing with fire. Because now, I'm going to go h3, and this knight does not have a good square to go to. It's going to have to go back, which is not great. Alright, let's see what he's going to do. He takes, okay, that's not good. Why is knight takes e5 a mistake? Why is this move a mistake? What do we do here with white? White to play. We take it. Yeah, we just win a piece. Very good. Knight takes e5, just lose a piece. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Goes queen e7, okay. Let's just continue our development. Let's bring in another piece. Alright, we're on material. Trades are good for us, so let's go ahead and trade. And let's go knight e4. I want to try to do some damage with this knight. And, you know, maybe the bishop coming in as well. e5, oh. But now we have this very unpleasant move, bishop g5, which he cannot go f6, so this is really annoying for him, actually. Hello, Isdur. Welcome, welcome. Hope you're enjoying the stream. He's probably trying to play f6. He's like, why does this move not come through? He's grabbing his phone. He's like, hey, Danny Ranch, I'm trying to play f6, but it's like, what is wrong? Why does it not let me play f6? I know Ben Feingold told me that this is not a good move, but it's a legal move, right? Why can I not play this? Like, what is this bug? This is not en passant. This is not en passant, right? Why can I not play f6? Danny, come on, please let me play f6. What's the matter? That's what's going on. That's why he's taking so long here. Yeah, Danny. Queen d8. What is a good move for white here? We're not playing... No, I'm trying to play good moves. Indeed, we can take the queen. Perfect. Alright, hey, we're on material. Trades are good for us. Alright, so good job, everyone. Let's see what he's going to do. Alright, so we're doing great here. We're up a queen, so can't ask for much more. Okay, bishop e6. Hey, we're up material. Let's trade. We're on material. Let's trade. We're on material. Let's trade. All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. So now we've executed all the trades, and now we can easily enter because he's got no pieces to defend himself with, and just everything is going to fall apart. All right. So good game. So yeah, like I said, this is a tricky line against the modern with knight f3 and bishop c4. Yes, e6 stops a lot of the tactics, but it also blocks in his bishop, right? Which kind of became an issue later on. And then we still have that e5 push available. And okay, here he had to go here, but he didn't. And then quickly, okay, he lost the piece, and it very quickly went downhill from there. Okay. This is a speedrun chess max. All right, so let's move on to the next game. Okay, we're playing an average chess enjoyer, so let's play 1d4. Let's see what he's going to do. d5, and let's play the Queen's Gambit. Let's see what he's going to do. He goes knight. Oh, knight f6 is an instructive mistake. This is an instructive mistake. I would not recommend this move. What do we do here with white? What do we do here with white? Why is knight f6 not good? Indeed, the whole point of c4, is to take and undermine his center. So if he wants to maintain the center, he should defend it with a pawn. If he doesn't, we're going to take. He recaptures. We can go e4 and grab the full center, but I think knight f3 is actually slightly more accurate. Because if we go e4, he does have here. If I go e4, he's got knight f6, knight c3, and then e5. So knight f3 is slightly more accurate, but knight c6, a mistake. Here we have an opportunity to push him back. How do we push black back here? Knight c6, big mistake actually. What do we do? Oh, that's awesome service. Indeed, we go pawn to e4. So we push one knight back by putting a pawn in the middle. Very good. Let's see what he's going to do. He goes there. Somebody's asking, am I 2200? What is it? What is this disrespect? What is this disrespect? Lightning McQueen, are you asking if I'm 2200? Okay, well, let's push the other knight back as well by going d5. But yeah, here you see why it's so important to grab the center. He doesn't have any center. That's why he's just being pushed away. Very good. Okay, so we already have a crushing position here. Let's see what he's going to do. Wait, what? Where else am I streaming? I'm also streaming on YouTube and on Kick. Let's see. Hello, Godfather. Good to see you. It's actually, I'm checking the Kick chat. It's like, what is this? Why is my chat full of like self-promoters, spammers? Okay, well, we can take the knight. I feel like since this is a speedrun, I should play the move that I think is just best. So, yeah, let's take. It's a full piece. Okay, raw material, so let's trade. And, okay, this pawn, I cannot defend it, so that's why I'm going to push it up. Okay, goes 94. And once again, raw material, trades are good for us, so let's go here. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Okay, let's go 94. Again, raw material, trades are good for us. But yeah, things looking very good. We're up a knight for only a pawn. He clearly does not have enough. Bishop d5, okay. Let's continue our development with bishop e3. c5, okay, he's attacking my knight, but he's allowed, I have this check, but he just goes king up. So I'm gonna go knight here, because I'm putting a lot of pressure. Let's see what he's gonna do. Goes rook c8, okay. Well, but now we can just grab another pawn. And let's take. The reason why I'm also grabbing this pawn is that if I put my knight back on b5, he can never kick my knight away. So it's actually a valuable pawn. So let's take and go back. Once again, if anyone has any questions in the chat, don't be shy to ask them. Because once again, we're all here to learn. I'd be more than happy to answer those. c4, ooh, c4 is not a good move. White to play. What do we do here? What do we do here? White to play. Indeed. We take him the fork down. Knight c7 check. We pick up a full rook. Good job. Good job, everyone. Okay, let's go ahead and take. Goes bishop b7. He's attacking my knight, but I can easily jump out. Give him the check over here. All right. Okay. You know what? We're on material, so let's go ahead and trade. And now we're going after this weakness, because the pawn on d5 is simply going to drop, and if d5 drops, c4 is also going to drop, and d4. All right, well, let's just go ahead and take. This pawn's also going to drop. The Accelerated Dragon is an opening for black against 1e4. So we won't get to play it every single game. b4. Okay. Let's go ahead and take here. Let's give a check. Forces king to f8. And let's go king e2. So now I can bring on the other rook next. This pawn is also going to drop. Yeah, that's a great point, Bonaventure. Yeah, calculation is definitely a skill that's important to master, and that's something I focus on a lot with students, because I feel like calculation is one of the most important things to improve. All right, so check. Okay, the rest of the game is very simple now. How many? It doesn't go too far, Zoom. Yeah, maybe like 10 moves or so. I can check for you, but it's really not too much. Check. All right, g4. Thank you, Service. Well, this is the first speedrun video in a while, so it might take a little while to build up, right? Okay, and he's just falling apart. Yeah, calculation is one of the most important aspects to improve. Okay, he goes there. Check. Okay, he's gonna go g6. Let's go rook g1, and it's going to be checkmate very soon. Actually, okay, he has bishop f8. All right, checkmate. Okay, so good game, good game. So I hope that made sense. And here we really punish black for not defending that d5 pawn in the middle. Like really, if they want to hang on to the d5 pawn, they should defend it with a pawn. So either c6 or e6. Knight f6 is not good, because we take. And then after that, we can blow them away with e4 and d5, right? So that's why the Queen's Gambit can be pretty effective. Okay, he went here, and already he was down a piece, and he never recovered from that. Okay, so good job. Let's go ahead and start up another one. We crossed 715. Okay, so we're playing with black. Let's see, d4. Okay, so we don't get to play the Accelerated Dragon. Let's play d5. This is the opening I recommend against d4, just d5, because it's very simple. Then he goes bishop f4 the London. Now, some of you guys might be like, oh, the London, that's so annoying. But here, I'll teach you how to play against the London. Whenever you see the move bishop f4, we're going to be playing c5. No, we're not going to be going h5, that's just playing for traps. e3, let's go knight c6. Here's the thing, you can play for traps, but if you want to improve your fundamental understanding of the game of chess, this is a good place to be. So you go c3. So against the London, whenever they go bishop f4, we go c5. e3, we're going to follow with knight c6, and then we're going to go knight f6. These are almost always going to be our first 4 moves against the London, okay? All right, so let's see what he's going to do. He goes bishop d3. Now, after we put the pawn in the middle, played c5, knight 6, and knight f6, how do we continue here? How do we put pressure on white? In other words, what is white's vulnerable spot? White has one spot in this position that is slightly vulnerable, and we can put pressure on it right here. So how do we do that? How do we put pressure? Yes, exactly. We have queen to b6. This pawn on b2. It's a little awkward to protect. The b2 pawn. So we go queen b6 and ask, okay, queen c2, and now we can push white back. How do we push white back? black to play. How do we push white back here? What do we do? We go c4. Very good. Hitting this bishop over here. All right. Let's see what he's going to do. c4, excellent. Bishop e2. And now we have another great move to push white back even further. What do we do here? What do we do here? Indeed, we have bishop to f5. A very nice tactical move, pushing him back even further. Because if he takes, we're going to take, and he's going to lose the rook. So if he would take, we lose a bishop, but we get a pawn, and we're going to get a rook. Okay, he goes queen d2. I can go knight e4, but just moves the queen here. So let's just continue developing with e6. All right, here. No, because it's a course against e4. All right, so bishop e7, and you see we have a lot of space here. So here we're putting really good pressure against the London. Black is already better here. Now let's see what he's gonna do. And he's really cramped with his piece. He's like, knight e3, okay, but this is not a great square for the knight. I can take, but no need, because this knight honestly is not going anywhere. So I'm just gonna, That is not a good move. What do we play here with black? Let's see who's paying attention. Black to play. Hello, Biox. Welcome, welcome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Indeed. Good job, everyone. Indeed, the knight is gone. Very good. Hello, Sambuca. Good to see you in the chat. All right. Okay, now we have another nice move to follow up and put even more pressure on him. Let's not let him off the hook. Let's keep putting pressure. What is a nice move here for black? What do we do? Knight e4, jumping in with tempo. Bishop e2, also good move, but I like this one even better. Hitting the queen with tempo. Let's see what he's going to do. Queen e1, okay. We're going to continue punishing him here. What do we do here with black? What do we do here with black? Indeed. Good job, everyone. We're not letting him off the hook. We can take another pawn with tempo, and he's just getting picked apart. All right, let's see where he's going to go with the queen. Queen e2. Well, Prism, you said that sarcastically, but actually, I like the move queen b2 here, because we're indirectly hitting that bishop. If he takes, we're going to recapture. This is hanging, this is hanging. So it's not look easy for him. All right, that being said, he is still fine here, because he has this move. All right, so let's see. I mean, I can take, but he takes. The thing is, if I take, he takes, and my bishop is under attack. I have plenty of good moves, but I don't see a way right away to win more material. Let's jump in with this knight. The moment I make it, I see it allows something for white, but we're still winning. We're still winning because we are up a full piece, and it's still all falling apart for him. All right, so let's see what he's gonna do. Yeah, but we still have a lot of threats. Rook b1 hangs a rook. And it hangs a bishop. Yeah. Okay, he takes. Let's just recapture. Alright, so things looking good. Prism, you've read his mind. Rook b1 on the board. But, well, thank you very much. That's a full rook. That's another rook. Knights are tricky. Knights are tricky. All right, good stuff. We get the win. But here in this game, we dismantled the London. You see, if they go bishop f4, we're going to go c5. Right, c5. We follow up with knight c6. You want to put that knight behind the c pawn, putting pressure on this pawn. You don't want to put that knight in front of the c pawn. So c5 first, then knight c6, knight f6. These are almost always going to be your first 4 moves against the London. Okay? And then you want to follow with this move queen b6 to put a lot of pressure on that b2 pawn, because it's a little awkward to protect. He went here, and now we got a nice tactical sequence. c4, pushing the bishop back, pushing the queen back. You see here we have a lot of space, and I never really managed to recover from that. h6, so that if he goes here, I can draw my bishop back here. Just develop, and he wanted to break free, but he hung the knight, and the rest was pretty simple. Okay, so good job, everyone. Let's move on to the next game. d4. Okay, so let's play d5 again. e3. Okay, so he doesn't develop the bishop. Okay, so let me just develop my knight. It's a good move. Okay, he goes knight e2. Now, if he's not putting any pressure on our center, we can just go c5. Put pressure on his center. c3. Okay, we develop with knight c6. Let's see what he's going to do. Knight g3. Okay, so here we see that he's kind of messing around. And if our opponent's messing around, I like striking in the middle with e5. So let's do that. Bishop e2, okay. Let's develop my bishop, put it on an active square. But his setup is a little bit odd, I would say. Okay, castles. Let's castle. Let's see what he's going to do. Goes knight e2. Okay. Well, let's go rook e8. So, wait. I had a better move. My bad. Oh, my bad. It's not... Okay, we get a second chance. Well, we can take... Let's take the pawn. I mean, it's a pawn for free, so let's just take it. Although, I can also go e4, but it's a free pawn. I'm just going to take it. All right, let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he goes knight b3. Let's take. Now, this move bishop g5 would be a little bit annoying, so I'm going to push this pawn here. Let's see what he's going to do. Oh, bishop. Wait, it is actually a move. I thought it was a blunder, but it's actually fine. We can, however, we can win a pawn. We can't win more material, unfortunately. All right. We can only win a pawn, which is a bit unfortunate. Now, I can do this, but he takes. I think the best way to win the pawn is to take. Okay, so how can we win a pawn here, everyone? Does anyone see it? How can we win a pawn? Oh. Well, I'll help you out. We'll take here. Why does only one move here? What is his only move? And then we can win a pawn. Yeah. And then we can win a pawn. We can take one of these. Let's see which one I'm going to take. I'll take here. But it's not clear to me which one would have been better. But it's fine either way. We win a pawn. Okay, so we get to the endgame. Winning a pawn is better than nothing. Okay, so let's recapture. Yeah, because this move was a check. Alright. Okay, so let's see what he's going to do. Knight 4. Okay, well, what can we do now with black? Knight 4 is not a good move. Why not? Black to play. Why is knight 4 not good? Indeed, that's another pawn. So we take. And we take. Free pawn, say less. Okay, okay, goes there. Let's develop my bishop. So I'm also eyeing this pawn over here. Converting this into a win will not be easy though. I've played the Queen's Gambit. No, I've not faced it yet. That's a good question. Okay, he goes there. Let's go here. Okay, we're up 2 pawns. Yeah, he's got one move. He's got one move. I wouldn't say so, Harry Osborne, because in the King's Indian the position is fairly closed, and white is that full center, and in the Accelerated Dragon white does not get the full center. Ah, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he has to play that. Alright, thanks Bonaventure. Appreciate it, and I'll see you later. Thank you. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. Really surprised he hasn't moved yet. Oh, he just resigned. Okay. Seemed a little unnecessary. He could have still played a3 and keep the game going. But yeah, we see here, if our opponent doesn't put any pressure on our center, we can do that by going c5, knight c6, and then even e5 if we can. And we grab a lot of space. Right, so that's why white should play a move like c4 themselves. He didn't play badly. In here we won a pawn, but yeah, he had some. Okay, we win a pawn, not the end of the world, but then he gives up another pawn. And here he could have just played a3 and prolonged the game. But okay, we get the win. Let's move on to the next game. Okay, so we're playing with white. Let's go 1d4. Okay, goes d5, and let's play the Queen's Gambit with c4. He takes. Now, there's multiple ways of getting the pawn back, but I'm just going to go e4. It's the most aggressive, and this is really the point of the Queen's Gambit. You give up that pawn. So here's the thing. d5, you put a pawn in the middle. So you stop white from putting a second pawn in the middle. That's why we go c4. We gambit this pawn, so now we get that second pawn in the middle. We're hoping to get that c4 pawn back anyway. And here we get it back right away with a great position for white. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. f6. Yeah, what is that move? What is f6? Can somebody explain? What is f6? e5. Okay, I'm going to go for the cheese. I'm going to go queen b3. Thank you, Harry Osborne. So we're hitting the knight. Let's see what he's going to do. He already needs to be careful here. Honestly, I don't even see a good move for him. Although, that might actually be the best one. Good move by him. Alright, let's go knight f3. He takes. Alright, I'm just going to castle. Yes, we're down a pawn, but his king is in the middle, and we're going to try to attack. Yeah, but he still had king e7. Wait. Kala. Let's go rook here. He's really asking for trouble. Opening up the middle while his king is there. Queen e7, okay. I mean, I can already win the queen, but I want to attack. Let's go here. He goes there, stake here, and this is not looking good for him. You see how quickly things fell apart? Bishop e7, okay. Let's just get the material, because we win a queen for a rook, and his king will still be stuck in the middle. I've done like a little bit of a puzzle speedrun, but not too much. Okay, let's go ahead and take this pawn over here, so we can bring in our queen as well to attack. Oh yeah, we're also live on Twitch. Yep. All right, he takes. Let me develop the knight. I can bring in my rook as well. It's really not looking good for him. Okay, so let's bring in the rook. We check. And this game is going to be over pretty soon. e7. Okay, let's take here. Let's give it a check. Check. And his king is about to get checkmated. All right, let's give another check. All right, well, let's give another check. Take the knight with check. And let's set up the checkmate. Checkmating net. Checks are pretty effective, as you're learning here. Yep. The king is kind of stuck over here. 94, and now we have checkmate. All right, so good stuff. But yeah, we see the risk behind taking that pawn on c4. The queen's gambit accepted. It's a perfectly fine opening, but you have to know how to deal with the move e4. And obviously f6 is not it. But we see the point of the queen's gambit. You sacrifice that pawn, but then you get a second pawn in the middle, and you might easily get that c4 pawn back. And you quickly get your bishop on a good square. Obviously f6 and e5 is just terrible, and that queen b3 is already borderline losing. Okay, we sacrifice the pawn, but we want to get to the middle. And actually, we would love to get the center open. So f5 is just helping us. Rook e1, and before we knew it, his king was, yeah, he was just losing a lot of material, and before we knew it, it was over. All right, so good game, everyone. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so we're playing with white. Let's go d4. Okay, so let's play the queen's gambit again. So, oh, knight f6 is a mistake. Why is knight f6 a mistake? We should know that by now. What do we do here? What do we do? Why to play? Indeed, we take. Good job, we take. Very good. Good morning, Dirkje. Goedemorgen. Goed je te zien, Dirkje. Hope all is well. Yeah, okay, he recaptures. Okay, so I know e4, but I think knight f3 is slightly more accurate, so let's do that. Okay, bishop f5, not a bad move. He's stopping e4. Let's go knight here. Hello, Damien Rice. Yes, we're doing a speedrun. Oh, knight c6 is a big mistake. What do we do here? Yes, we haven't lost the game yet. Nope. what do we do here? Indeed, we go for the 4 key. And we're already winning a piece. Good job. Yep, good job. Good job, Damien. Good to see you. Alright, knight b4, okay, but there's no fork, so I'm just gonna take that bishop. Okay, I make it look easy, thank you. Okay, now he is threatening a fork, so we have to watch out for that. Let's go ahead and take. And let's go bishop e2. I just want to get my king out of the middle. We're up, okay, 93, I'll just have to take. Thank you to Zoid for subscribing with Prime. Thank you, appreciate it a lot, thank you. Okay, let's go queen f3, we're on material. Trades are good for us. You guys check if you have a Twitch Prime available. If you have a Twitch Prime, if you have a Twitch Prime available, this is a good place to throw it in. All of you guys have been able to learn here for free for like the past 2 hours, so check if you have a Prime available. Let's go bishop e3, develop the bishop, hit this. And everything is looking great for us. Okay, he goes a6, saving the pawn. Let's go knight e5. Create some problems for him here, because he actually cannot defend f7. Hello, LTO Pro Max. I'm doing well, thank you. How are all of you guys doing? We're having fun here, doing a speedrun. Okay, so let's see. Thank you to Dirkje for the 10 months. Thank you. Free chess lessons. Exactly. You're welcome. Yep. Thanks Dirkje for the support. Dankjewel. So we're also doing a speedrun on the Accelerated Dragon. And my course on that is coming out in 10 days. So should be pretty exciting. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Hello, Dils Flash. Good to see you. Nice to see that microwave next to your name. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. He's having a tough time defending this. Thank you, Dils Flask. How far, the Queen's Gambit is it's even played at like the World Championship level. The Accelerated Dragon is indeed Sicilian with a quick fianchetto. Yep. You're absolutely right about that. Okay, goes e6, but now we say thank you very much because we have the 4 key. Alright, so good stuff. And he's going to lose even more material. He's going to be losing an exchange as well. Alright, so let's see what he's going to do. Accelerated Dragon actually is being played by some of the best players in the world. So they can definitely get you very, very far as well. Alright, let's go king e2. Because our king was in check. And since it's an endgame, our king is completely safe in the middle. Rook e8, well, we take. Okay. Just hitting this. He's also threatening f4. Alright, I'm gonna go here, because he was threatening f4. Okay, he can have my knight, but we're still up a 4 rook, so it's all good. Well, you guys will learn how to deal with the Maraxi bind. Not an issue at all. Okay, let's see what he's gonna do. f4, okay, free pawn, we take that. At some point he's going to see that knight is just free, right? Yeah. Alright, let's bring in my rook with tempo, hit this. Fade, okay, well, if we attack stuff and he doesn't defend, we're just going to take it. Let's bring in the other rook. And, you know, let's grab a pawn. Let's hit the bishop. Okay, free bishop, say less. And it's going to be checkmate very soon. g5. Okay, I'll just take here. Go for the ladder checkmate. The good old ladder, always effective. And therefore, I'm going to go here to make sure the rook cannot come back to defend. So the ladder is going to be there very soon. Rook f7. Okay, checkmate. All right. Okay, so good stuff. We get another win. But here we see once again that after c4, knight f6 is not a good move. Because we can take, now black has no pawns in the middle. And we're eventually going to get that e4 push in. Bishop f5, not a bad move. But yeah, he had to defend against e4. He did not, and so he just lost the bishop. And with that, the game. Alright, so good stuff. And then we just traded off a little bit. And then he was going to lose another pawn here. And he actually lost another full exchange on top of that, so we were up a full rook. Alright, so good job everyone. Let's do one more. We're going to... Okay, so e4, what do we do against the e4? This will be the last game. This will be the last game, everyone. Come on, so everyone, put your effort into this game. Nope. We're doing the Accelerated Dragon. Oh, so let's go c5. Yep, exactly, Damien. d4, okay, how do we deal with d4? When we see d4, what do we do? When we see d4, what do we do? What do we do here? Indeed, we take. Good job, everyone. Okay, he recaptures, and now we can develop our knight with tempo. Good stuff. Queen e3, and now, you know what? This setup is good against a lot of things, so let's just also do it here. g6, bishop g7. We bring the dragon bishop to life. It's not... Okay, bishop e5. e5, actually... Well... Okay, we can win a pawn. But I'm not going to do it. I'm going to go here. I could have won a pawn, but I'll go here first. But now I am going to take the pawn. We can win a pawn here with black. Does anyone see how? I'll make it easy for you guys, and I'll play the first move. So black to play and win a pawn. What do we do? Did we just hang a knight? Or do we have something good here? Black to play. What do we do? Indeed, we have queen a5 check and win the knight back. Very good. Very good. Knight c3. Okay, let's just take with the queen, because I'm going to be up a pawn, so trades are fine. Okay, we obviously recapture. We just have to make sure that, okay, knight b5, but this square is covered, so I'm just going to kick him back with a6. Just telling that knight to get lost. Alright, let's go knight f6, make sure he also can jump in like this. So yeah, guys, like I said, this will be the last game of today, so, you know, everyone, try to put in your best effort. Let's try to finish strong. Okay, let's see what he's going to do. Yeah, at some point we can definitely take and give him the double pawns. But it would give up our pride of this opening, so I'm not too eager to do it yet. Alright, I'm going to go d6, so I can continue developing. But this move, yeah, it's actually a mistake, unfortunately. Because I wanted to go bishop takes, but then he has knight e5. And if I take, he has rook b1. And my bishop is hanging and he's turning this. So I'll do this, but this, yeah, is not according to plan. Okay, knight e5, I can still not do this because he goes here, which is annoying. So I'll just have to castle. We're still doing pretty well, but I definitely misplayed this, to be fair. Oh, wait, but wait, but that is not a move. Wait, that is not a move. Why is knight x6 not a good move? What do we do here? Black to play. Let's see who's paying attention. Indeed. I feel like there's definitely lag. Yeah, oh, he resigned. Okay. Well, All right, so good stuff. My goal was to reach 800, to reach 799. I think it's still good enough for today. All right, well, so with all of that being said and done, I think we're going to wrap up for today. But I hope all of you guys enjoyed the speedrun so far. It was a lot of fun. And like I said, my course on the Accelerated Dragon is coming out in 10 days. So that should be exciting. Oh, thank you. Sublight. Yeah, my pleasure. I hope all of you enjoyed it. And I hope you all learn a lot. All right, yeah. Guys, check out the courses, by the way. They are on sale, so if you don't want to get them, that's absolutely fine. But if you do want to get them, now is a good time. So you definitely want to check that out. Okay, awesome, Father Marcus. Yeah, happy to hear that all of you enjoyed it and that you all learned a lot. That's great to hear. Okay. Will I play Freestyle Friday? I don't know. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. You betrayed me for a hammer? You betrayed me for a hammer. How could you? How could you, Dirkje? You didn't know. All right. Okay, well, so a couple of things before we get going. Make sure to join our Discord. It's the best way to stay in touch while I'm offline. So join our community over there. Besides that, yeah, so guys, the new course, like I said, is coming out pretty soon in like 10 days. So be on the lookout for that. So then you don't have any excuses, Dirkje. When that one comes out, you cannot say like, oh, I didn't know. Because I'm telling you right now, you know. No, my Factor campaign came to an end. Factor came to an end, unfortunately, Thunder. I do have this game. I do have this game, Call of Dragons. Ignore the Nightbot command. Check the one out from Stream Elements. That's gonna give you the right link. Thank you to Wonder McLunner, appreciate it. Alright, so check that out. Yeah, so we're gonna get going, guys. And I will see all of you guys later. Alright, so let's see. Alright, see you later, Sambuca. Appreciate it. Alright, okay. We can do that. We can do that, dear Kim. I'll see you guys over to Anamaya. Okay, so have a good one, everyone. Yeah, her course came out today, so congratulations to Anamaya on that. That's awesome. Alright. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. Appreciate all the love and support. And I will see all of you guys later. Hope you all enjoyed watching. Thanks everyone also for watching on YouTube and on Kick. And I will see all of you guys very soon. Thanks, Damien. Thanks for sticking around. Appreciate it. Guys, like I said, be on the lookout for the new course. And I will see all of you guys later.